We've been building something for about a month. You watch us deploy it. You watched it break. You watched us fix it. You watched Sophia publish her first blog post live on camera. And this whole time, I've been calling it Project Paperclip. Tonight, that changes because I finally understand what we actually built. And it's not paperclip. It never was. If you're new here, 30 seconds of context. I'm a car salesman in DFW. 20 years on the floor, evenings and weekends, I started building AI businesses. 5 of them, 0 revenue, building Evan anyway. This is the bucket and the river story. Go watch it. Episode 2. I showed you the inside. VS Code open, railway live, 17 agents running 5 businesses, a bug that had been breaking everything for weeks, and AI that caught it, fixed it, and deployed the right file while I was half asleep. Episode 3, Sophia, our content agent for calling digital. She went from broken and silent for 3 weeks to publishing 5 blog posts live on camera in 10 minutes. 3 episodes, 3 real moments, all of it building toward tonight. Because tonight we name what we actually built. Let me tell you how we actually got here. My friend Ryan and I were learning AI tools together. OpenAI, Claude, different frameworks. We're both trying to figure out where the real opportunity was for people like us, not developers, not engineers, just people who wanted to build real businesses. One day, Ryan introduced me to something called Project Paperclip. Project Paperclip is an open sourced AI framework that just exploded on GitHub. Over 49,000 stars right now. The concept is powerful. You build a team of AI agents organized like a company. Each one has a role. Each one reports to the one above it. The whole thing runs autonomously. Ryan walked me through it. I got excited. I started building. I put in my own tools, a productivity app on my Mac called Little Bird that tracks everything I do and reads my screen. I pulled in my own screen prompts from Claude. I started connecting things the way that made sense to me based on the businesses I was trying to build. I thought I was using the framework it was designed. But something kept happening that I could not explain. Every time I added something new, it fit in ways I did not plan for. The system kept growing in directions I had not mapped out. A phone system, connected seamlessly, CRM integrations, worked. A content pipeline started publishing on its own. I kept thinking I was just getting better at using Ryan's framework, but the system I was looking at every morning did not look like what Ryan showed me anymore. It was doing things the original framework was never designed to do. I just did not have the words for it yet. So I'm going to share a few links on some great videos that go into what Paperclip is. The builder of it, his name's Dodie. He's an avatar. He's in a great video with Greg, and Greg's a great AI guy to follow if you haven't heard of him yet. So recommend you watch that story. Well, let me show you what I was actually looking at. You have seen this before, but look at it with me right now through fresh eyes. This is the pit wall. Our mission control, 3 business, 22 agents, all of them reporting in every morning at 8 a.m. while I sell cars at Classic Chevrolet. AI phone guy, an AI receptionist answering calls for local businesses 24/7. Alex, Tyler, Zoe, Jennifer running every day. Calling Digital, our digital marketing agency. Sophia publishes blogs and social content every morning automatically. Automotive intelligence, AI implementation for car dealership. Built by someone who's lived on that floor for 20 years. 3 live, go high level, HubSpot, ADIO, real data flowing through them all. A phone system, a content machine, an outreach engine finding prospects while I sleep. All of it is connected. All of it talking to each other. All of it running on less than $50 a month in hosting. Everything else does cost more, by the way. That hosting's different. So, and this is where it all lives. Railway, our train station, every service running, every agent deployed, every morning cycle firing on schedule. Now look at all of that and tell me, does that look like a framework to you? Or does that look like something else entirely? Because the night I asked myself that question is the night everything changed. So today, I was going through videos, learning as I normally do, teaching myself. I was teaching myself so I could share it in this community of videos. I started out with VS Code for beginners because I do everything in VS Code. The videos I've been showing you when I'm doing programming work, that's VS Code. That is a tool that allows us to chat or go directly into we call terminal, which is the code itself, right? So we could go directly or we can go and chat with it, the system, to make changes. That's what I do. And then I picked up another video. I wanted to learn about Paperclip in VS Code, and I wanted to learn how to be more efficient and better at it. And it took me back to the original video I talked to you about with Dodie and Greg. And so reference that. It's got a different dashboard and a different layout. And so today on the video, and I'll share it in the link, it was a great video. The guy goes for 30 minutes, he builds Paperclip into his system. He does it on a VPS or VPN, kind of like I use Railway. He uses another service, but he set up his system like Dodie did. And one thing I noticed was they're setting up one business and it looks great. But I set up mine with 3 businesses. And then I started reaching deep into my mind and was like, wait, how did I build this? What it comes down to is before I even got into AI agents, I was using my LLMs, Chat, Claude, Little Bird, Manus, DeepSeek, quite a bit of them as thought partners, and I would store my data, and each of them would have the same data, but they would organize it differently. So it gave me a different lens to look at all of the data. And it really was business data, right? I'm trying to create businesses. I'm trying to create rivers. It's been my life for 20 years, right? Trying to build businesses to financial freedom and more. So what I realized was my systems didn't look like paper clips, didn't look like Dodie's or this other guy's, didn't look like Greg's. I built entirely different systems. The agents had run, I was looking at the output and I stopped. This is not Paperclip. Paperclip manages agents. This runs the businesses those agents operate. This is a completely different thing. Paperclip is the engine. What I built is the car. The whole car, the chassis, the wheels, the pit crew, the race strategy, the sponsors, all of it. I had not been using a framework. I've been building a platform, my own platform, on top of a framework I did not even fully understand when I started. And I did not build it because I'm smarter than anyone else. I built it because I kept showing up every night after the dealership, every weekend, every 44-minute drive home, talking through problems out loud. And God kept that door open. There is a Hebrew word, Avodah. It means work, worship, and service all at the same time. In the Old Testament, there is no separation between those 3 things. Working is worshiping, building is serving. When I sat down at my desk after a full day on the dealership floor, I'm not hustling, I'm not grinding. I'm being obedient, using what he gave me, refusing to bury the talent in the ground. That word, Avodah, that is where the name comes from. We are calling it AVO, pronounced AVO. Not an acronym, not a tech buzzword, not a made up startup name. A name rooted in the oldest idea I know, that the work you do with your hands and the worship you offer with your heart are the same thing. That is what this system is, the AVO, the AI Business Operating System. 5 rivers, 22 agents, 3 live CRMs, a phone system, a content machine, a community, and an automotive transaction protocol nobody has built before. All of it running while I sell cars. That is AVO. And you were right here the day it got its name. Here is where we are right now. AVO is running. Phase 1. The agents are finding prospects and logging reports. Humans are still in the loop for final decisions. Phase 2 is where the agents handle 90%. And we just review. Phase 3 is where the businesses run themselves completely. We're building toward that in public on this channel. And you're going to watch every step, the wins, the failures, the 2 days plus where nothing works, the moments where an agent does something that genuinely surprises me, all of it. If you want to follow this journey, subscribe. If you want to build alongside us, the community is free. Link is below. No upsell on day 1. Just builders building. We're also going to be documenting AVO as it grows, every phase, every upgrade, every moment it does something we did not expect. Because here's what I know. Every small business in America deserves access to what we built. The plumber in Prosper, the dentist in Salina, the HVAC company in Aubrey. They all deserve a team that shows up at 8 a.m. and never calls in sick. That is what AVO is going to be for them, and you're watching it get built from the very beginning. I am Michael Rodriguez. This is AVO, and we're just getting started.